Can I buy a property in New York even if I'm not like a citizen, maybe a resident in US? Can I buy a home here? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. You can buy a house, and this apply in two cases. For example, if you live in US, in my case, I'm a real estate broker in Albany, in the capital region, right? If you live here and you want to buy a house, but you're not a resident, you're not a citizen either, you don't have a social security number, and you want to maybe invest in a home, um, you have been doing, your taxes, you're doing kind of everything right, you have the funds, and you want to do something here, absolutely. You can do so, and you can buy a home in that case. Can be a vacation, for vacation, can be an investment, can be a home for you. You can do it. The second is if you're not living here in US, you might be living in Europe, Australia, another part of the world, Latin America. We never know. In that case, if you wanna if you are a person that you have maybe visa, you wanna have the kind of vacation home, and then do a Airbnb here, and you just back and forward, you can do so. In the case that you don't have even a visa to come in, but you want to kind of do some business in US, do some investments that can have some positive cash flow here, absolutely, you can do so. Of course, you have to come with some legal advice. So, because this video is for educational purpose only. Now, how can I do it? One of the concerns, now you know you can do it. That's great. Now, one of the concerns that people have is about the money. Obviously, there is people that have all the money cash, they can do it, but some people they need some kind of financing. And with that, when that happens, it's good that you can know that also there is options in US where you can be able to apply for several kind of financing. Can be a FHA, can be a USDA loan, when they have some requirements that can help you, in this kind of situations. There is another banks and institutions that also have options that are not like for the government. They have options that can also help you to get this kind of financing going, so you can invest in US, and you can buy a home, a vacational home here in US. So what you need, of course, you need some kind of guidance in the process. You need an international real estate agent, an international real estate broker. In my case, I do that, and I really love it. You need that because usually when you're gonna buy a home here, it's different that when the process is totally different that when you're gonna buy a home from outside the city. You're not here, and the process is completely different. So that's why you need some kind of guidance when it comes to real estate specific that can really tell you and guide you in the steps and the terms, negotiation, everything that you're gonna need when it comes to know the market, obviously, because you have to know the market, the investment. There is too many things involved when it comes to this kind of transactions that obviously is great to have somebody to help you in the process. You need closing costs. In every transaction, can be here, outside, international, local, you need obviously closing costs, because to generate, if you have cash, great, but if you don't, if you need financing, all the costs associated to generate that loan, you need to have money to cover that, and that's how it comes to the closing cost. So you need some money. Usually it's between the 3 and 5% of the purchase price, of the price of the home, that you need to have available. But when it's in these kinds of situations, that number can be higher because there is different implications. There is a different kind of loan. There is a higher risk that is associated with this kind of international transaction. A higher like credit history, a higher investigation when it comes to money and the credit history that you have is gonna be necessary for them to give you and lend you money to buy a home here in US. Obviously, you don't have a social security number, but here they use the IT number. And the IT number, that is what people use right here in US, even if you don't have any kind of paperwork to report your taxes and represent you financially here, is what they use. Also, when it comes to legal and fiscal advice, it's gonna be great that you can have some kind of attorney assistance so they can guide you and tell you what are the implications, the laws, the regulations that apply to this kind of transactions so you can be covered all around, so you can know also the advantages that you may have as an investor outside the city or also inside, but without citizen being without being resident or citizen. So it's very, very important that you can be able to get that information. A real estate international broker, your closing cost, identification and IT number, and also access to the programs that are going to help you financially to achieve that goal that you have to get an investment property, second home, or vacation, or even a regular home for you and your family. If you have any questions about this topic and others about how to buy or sell a home here in US, New York, where I am also, please just let me know. Comment below what you want to know. What questions do you have? And I'm gonna be more than happy to answer these questions for you. I see you in the next video.